Now they got to take it the length of the court for a three to tie it up. They get it. I tell my boys, hey, tighten up, come up, Don't give them space. Come up half court. We come up, we put pressure on them. They go and take the shot. He miss, but then the ref blow the whistle and call a foul. Oh, man. YouTube, what's up? Man, I feel good, man. I know you can see the back of this mic. It's broken. It's one of my boys' mics. They do what boys do. Damage it. But, man, forget about that. I am very pleased. I am very well pleased. I don't know. A while ago, I did a video called Embarrassing Loss. And it's where I talked about a basketball game where we got blown out. If you don't know, I coach my 14-year-old son's basketball team through a league out here where we stay. And I got into it because my 14-year-old, he can play. He got good skills. He has a very good skill set. But he lacks aggression. And if you just put him out there and let him just sit and be passive, he will do that. He will get comfortable and he'll just kind of watch the game while in the game, if that makes sense to you. And so I said, well, let me take on the responsibility of coaching him and pretty much put him in situations where he has to be the aggressor. He has to be the one bringing it up the court. He's relied on to make a play. He's the orchestrator of the offense, the initiator of aggression, and where the team pretty much kind of falls on a lot of his shoulders. And so that was my reason for volunteering to coach this team. When the season was about to start, I remember he just reminded my wife, like, okay, I said I was going to work with Camden. By doing that, meaning I'm going to coach this team that he plays on and, just help him develop the mental confidence and mental aggression he needs. I need to get that competitiveness out of him. And so she was like, because, our schedules are already tight. Like, if you don't know, I got a lot going on. I got this rental car business that I'm doing, which I am increasing. I got DJ gigs here and there. And then YouTube, I'm heavy into YouTube. She has her things, And so it was like, man, the scheduling is just going to be tough. But I went on and decided to do it. And I kind of didn't want to. I was like, man, I don't know, man. I'm dealing with, kids' parents. Ain't the kids, it's just the kids' parents. Is that going to be a problem? The commitment, I got to be there, at the games and the practices, and I got to set it up and all these things. I'm like, man, it's a lot. Ain't not my fault. I got to do things with these other kids I got. Anyway, as you can see, we went on and did it. And I had the draft. I seen some kids that, I liked, that I felt like would, benefit with Cam, because I was kind of building it around Cam, which is my son. And so the kids I got, they're solid players. All of them aren't, I would say, true basketball players. That's not their main sport. It's something that they like to do. It's something to do just off season, I guess. And some of them weren't even athletes. Some of them was just, just out here just trying. And I wanted to make the experience as a coach and as a leader as positive as possible. I wanted to not only help my son, but do it in a way that, these kids will experience the game of basketball, learning and having fun doing it. But also at the same time, having some integrity and being there for your team, competing and enjoying yourself. Because what's the use of playing a sport or playing any type of game if you're not going to have fun with it? And so, to summarize it all up, my kids were, I say, beginners. You know, had one kid who was just my big man who played for his school, and he okay. He's a project because he's taller than everybody. He's bigger than everybody, so he understands the assignment of I'm rebounding and I'm putting it back up. I'm dominating the paint. He needs is just some training, some footwork training, big man moves, a little mid range jumper, hooks, post up moves, just things of that nature. He has a lot of potential, and so the kids that I got, they had potential. I had kids that were football players, and they was just very aggressive, just go out there, and so I had to learn my players and had to use their strengths in ways that was going to benefit the team. And so that was kind of, it wasn't complicated. It was just figuring out how could I use this person in a way that's going to maximize his talents. And so first two games was a challenge because, mind you, I'm a new coach. My previous coaching experience has not been great. Like, I coached my son's team before when he was a young boy. I think he was like 8 or something like that, and we were horrible. I don't even think we won one game. Like, I was like, dang, I suck as a coach. I suck. And so these other babies, they something else probably that experience, I was like, man, I ain't coach. It was just a headache. For one, who likes to lose? I don't want to lose. Then you have, you feel bad for yourself, and you start to look down on yourself, and then you thinking about what parents might be saying, like, don't bring him back. We was losing every game. I'm not saying they said that, but in my mind, subconsciously, I'm thinking this is what was being said. Just don't like to lose. And so, did that coaching, and I was a player coach in a league one time, and we was winning the game, and so I took myself out and put some of the reserves in, and the team came back and ended up winning. It's like, dang, I dropped that. So I had my own subconscious thoughts going into this season that negatively affected my perception of what I could do, and that's something that I learned. Now we're talking about the end of the season, which I knew, but it really came to pass, like right now, that things that happened in the past and whatever happened in the past it happened, but you use that as a building tool. That does not define who you are. That does not define who you are. One thing I preached to my players this season was, man, continue to believe in yourself. Continue to believe in yourself. No matter what the odds are against you or for you. Your belief system is where it starts. Your belief system will fuel your resiliency. It will fuel your discipline. It will fuel your dedication to it. And so I preach the belief. The first two games, man, they beat the mess out of us. They beat the mess out of us the first two games. We was hanging our head, and I'm like, listen, don't be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. If you can be disappointed in some of your play, but bounce back. Be disappointed, but then learn from it. Okay, I'm disappointed because I didn't do this. Okay, next time, I'm going to do this. In between the now and the next time, I'm gonna work on whatever disappointed me so I can be better at it. And that's the outlook you got to have. And so I kept telling them, believe in yourself. Work on the things that you're weak at. And then when you come back harder. Come back with more confidence. Come back knowing that, okay, I put the work in. Even if I mess up the first play, go back. Do not retreat. Because that could be a tactic. Try to take away your energy, take away your belief, take away the thing that has been built in you to do it. Don't let that distract you from what you've put the work into to achieve. And so, like I say, this could be long because I can go, but we lost the first two games. In that second game, that's when I had to record the video. I was like, it was an embarrassing loss. I mean, oh my goodness. 52-19, something like that. They put it on us. We were just out there looking crazy. And so I was like, we had to get a practice. That's another thing. This league, we only had like, I want to say 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 practices. Like, we didn't have practices every week. Like, if you want to practice, you'll have to schedule it with the gym and then see if they had availability. Our practices was on your schedule. It used to be where the gym or gave the team, a schedule. This day y'all gonna practice, this day you're gonna play. But it wasn't like that this year. And so, like I said, back to the embarrassing loss. I took the embarrassing loss, man, and I was just like, man. And so I had to figure things out. I had to strategize. And I had to continue to believe in myself. Because now my mind is telling me, look, you coaching this ain't for you. Because you trash right now. Like, you get blown out. Your players don't look like they know what they doing. Offense is all everywhere, just whatever.
What is his butt?
Okay. Yeah, go put that, give that a quarter.
But this is butt?
Yeah.
This is butt.
That's a butt. Okay. Yeah, I'm recording. I need you to step out.
But this is butt.
Step out for me. Thank you. Love you. So after that, we had a practice. And I was like, hey, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to work on. Next game, we won. We didn't win in just, blowout fashion. But we won, I say, convincingly. What? We won kind of convincingly. So I was like, yes, we look good, And so game after that, the next week, we won. We won two losses, 2 wins, And so in my mind, I'm still thinking, like, first 2 teams that beat us, they were, like, well coached. They had solid players. Like, they was a good team. And my team, like I said, my team got kind of beginners. They just kind of just play casually, And so I'm like, okay, I don't know what we're going to do. But as long as my players leave this season better than they came in, then, hey, I think I've done my job. We just going to compete, and we're going to go out there and just give it all we got. Okay. 4th game, we was winning, and the team ended up coming back in the 4th quarter and winning. But we had to lead the whole game. And so I blamed that on myself. I was like, man, I should have made a coaching change, because it took me a while to get my substitution format down, because you have to sub all the players. Like, you have to, it's a subbing format where it's like every 5 minutes, whoever's on the bench, they got to come in and play, So everybody has to play. Everybody's going to get the same. Well, everybody's not going to get the same minutes, but everybody has to play. And so every 5 minutes, I had to sub whoever was on the bench. Having to figure that out can be difficult, because at the end of the games, I want certain individuals in there. But if my substitution format was incorrect, then, players that shouldn't have been in the game was in the game. And the reason they shouldn't have been in the game, because that just wasn't a favorable matchup for them, And so I kind of messed that up 5th game that we lost. And so then we played the 6th game, and we lost the 6th game because we played the team. We played the 1st game. They beat us, but we was in the game. Like, we was in the game. And they big man, which is like the start of the team, he showed up late. As soon as he came in, he changed the game. Just changed the game. And they ended up winning because he just came in and just, he did his thing. But we played a better game, that game, than the first one. And so I'm like, okay, well, cool. Don't hold y'all heads. Because the first game, they kind of just had their way, But this game, we hung in there, and we actually could have won the game. So I'm like, man, stay positive. I preach, man, believe, stay positive. Don't get down and discouraged on yourself. Just do it. Last game, we played the team that we played in the beginning. I'm going to say the red team. And the team that really blew us out. The team that caused me to make that video, the embarrassing loss. Well, we was Hey, we was hanging in there with them. We showed up. We balled. We had I think we had the lead at in the half. Then they came back third quarter and they ended up beating us. But they did not beat us bad. They did not beat us bad. We hung in there and we showed up. And so like I tell the team, man, hold y'all here, man. We are improving every week. We improving every week, and it's starting to get into a mental that they believe that we are improving because the teams we played before that was blowing us out, kind of having their way with us, we hanging in there with them, and their team is really more talented than us. To be honest, they're more talented than us. One thing I told them, I say, buy into the system. We run a 2-3 zone. Just be disciplined in your zone. Wherever you at, if you're on the wing, if you're in the middle, if you on the perimeter, be disciplined. Know where you're supposed to be. Hold down your fort and help out. Your teammates in trouble, help them out. And they bought into it. Like our 2-3 was, man, it was killing teams. Teams they had trouble breaking it, which you can break it 2-3. But I mean, I'm a point guard. But anyway, so start of the playoffs. So the playoffs is one and done. You lose, you out. Every team made the playoffs. It's only 6 teams in this league. Okay. So we got 4. We was the number 4 seed. So we the number 4 seed. There's a number 6 seed. There's a number 5 seed, number 4 seed, and then the 3, 2, 1 seed, right? First game, we played. Well, hold on. The number 1 and number 2 seeds, they got a bye. They didn't have to play the first week. They had a bye, so they can just go practice and do whatever. So, of course, before we start the playoffs, I set up a practice. I'm like, man, one thing I'm gonna do. I'm like, we gonna practice, and every practice wasn't at the gym. It was times where I'm like, man, we got to go outside. Like, we gonna meet at a court at a park, and we gonna go over what we need to go over, and those things helped. Like putting in that practice, because I don't know if these kids train daily, or do they just show up to the game and just play. My son, we train daily. I mean, I just like playing ball, and so to train, I like it. And my son, he likes it. He likes to train. He likes to put in doing dribble drills and shooting drills and stuff like that, which is why he's so skilled. But anyway, we got the practice in, and so our playoffs started. We played a team that we beat before, and so I told them, I was like, hey, those teams that beat us, when we played them again, we was better, and so expect the same thing from this team. Do not take them lightly. Do not take them lightly. They will come out and smack us in the face if we do that. And so we came out, we balling. We hooping, we up by like 10. No, we up by like 14, going into the second half. My big man getting all the rebounds. And that's one reason I'm going to tell you. I knew with my son, he likes shooting threes. Of course, he's a Steph Curry fan like all these kids are. They love shooting threes. So he plays that way. But I need some rebounders. And that's why I got my big man. He cleans up the boards. He dominates the boards. He gets the board and he goes back up. Do he miss chippies? Yeah, he missed a lot of chippies. Does he get fouled? He does get fouled. But he takes advantage of what he needs to take advantage of, being, the tallest and biggest player on the floor. And so him and my son, the responsibility that rests on them pretty much was the big success of the team. I just had to use my ancillary pieces in ways that would benefit the team also. Anyway, so we up in the half by like 14. Well, that team, they come out like pressed. They come out ready. Second halves, games change. I don't care what you did in the first half. Second half is a brand new game. And so you got to be ready. They put on a run. Like, they had this little boy, man. This boy was just, shooting threes. Like, he brought them back himself. Coach moved him off the ball because he was on the ball first. Moved him off the ball. He catching and shooting. Wham. Other side. Wham. Corners. Wham. So I'm like, time out. So I get one of my players, which is a football player. He played aggressive. I'm like, hey, chase him. Chase him. He bringing him back by himself. Once I made that coaching change, it stopped their momentum. Now it still came down to the wire. It came down to the wire with that game, but we squeezed through. Me and them winning, you know. And so I'm like, listen, we made it. We out the first round. Now we got to go and play the Cougars in the conference finals to possibly make it to the championship game. And they know who the Cougars are. They like, oh, okay, yeah, we gonna go against them, yada yada. And so I set up another practice because I've seen this team twice and I know their strengths. And so I was like, listen, we got to get out to this man. He can shoot. We gotta get back on defense. They like to run. And so I put that in my players' mind, my team's head. Like, hey, we got to do this. So we go out, start a game. Man, we get out up. Like we up. Like I think it's 8-4. You know, my big man getting boards, going back up. My son, you know, bringing it down, breaking down the defense, hitting open people. You know, we hitting shots, yada yada. So it's a back and forth game. Halftime, we up by like, I want to say 8. I didn't even believe it. I'm like, damn, we up by 8, you know? And so my boys just stay in discipline. They stay in discipline to the 2-3 zone. Second half come out, of course, they're going to come with the pressure. And boys came with the pressure, man. They come, you know, and ones. They go into the hole. They attacking. And so now I had to call timeout to get my boys, hey, we have to tighten up our 2-3. We can't let them come in the middle. And we have to tighten up on the wings. If they take threes, take contested threes. I don't mind that. But we can't let them have easy shots. Boys, listen, they tightened up. Okay, we holding on to the lead, right? Bam. Fourth quarter come. Now, this is what I say about the lineups. My substitution method was kind of off. So one of my players fouled out, one of my aggressive players. And then my other player, I had to sub him out because of the substitution method. So I had to put in, you know, some players that just wasn't a favorable type game situation for them. But we had to make it work. And so we getting there. I mean, the score is like, we up by like 2. We bring it up. One of my players who, you know, beginner, turnover. They get it, you know, foul. Dang. All right, so they go to the line. Wow, they hit the one. Go back. They miss. My boy, my rebounder, sucks all the rebounds up. He get it. Give it to my son. My son's going up. Time is ticking. Doom. He drilling up. He passing by. Go all the way for a layup. Foul. Right? Now, normally, 90% of the time, my son is a knockdown free throw shooter. All day, every day. He gets to the line. Bang, both of them. You know what I'm saying? He missed both of them. Like, okay, cool. Once again, they call a timeout. I'm telling my son specifically, hey, get out your head. This is something a conversation I had to have him. A lot of times when we train him, I'm like, hey, get out your head. You miss? Okay. Everybody miss. You know your shooting form. You know your shooting technique. You know what feels good and what's off. Fix it. Don't worry about that. The game is more than just scoring points. Have an impact on defense. Have an impact on passing. Have an impact on rebounding. Do what it takes to help your team win. You're going to get a chance to get at the line again or score or whatever. Don't worry about that. Have an impact on the full aspect of the game. So my team, hey, let's tighten up. So we go. They take it out. Boom, they get it. They give it to the one of their star players. He come, drive on that wing. He drive, shoot it. He make it. They up. I'm like, dang, okay, man, that's all right. My players on the sideline, they feeling. I'm like, hey, do not get discouraged. This game is not over. You know, this game is not over. Stay believing. And so we get it. My son come down. He break through the defense. He hit the big man on a nice pass. Big man, easy score. 2, we back up. Let's go. We back up. So now, come back down. We locking up on defense. You know, they hit star player. He trying to make a play. Can't get in. He passed it back out. Then the other guy passes to the center on the wing. He come up, foul. They get to the line. I'm like, dang, they get to the line again. What the heck? Like, man, come on, man. Anyway, the center make one and miss the other. We get the rebound. They trying to press. My son driving. Well, he got the ball. He dribbling up court, and it's a push. And so the foul was upgraded, I think, to a tick because one of the players bounced the ball, something like that. Anyway, so it's a I think we up by one, it's a tie score. Anyway, my son get to the line. Miss again. Next thing you know, before this third shot, because it's a tech, I see my wife. She's on the opposite end. I see her walking, talking to my son, like, come on, baby. You already know you make these shots. As soon as I seen her walking into his peripheral, I think I said that right. I was like, oh, he gonna make this one. Yeah. He gonna make this one. Yeah. And what he do? Switch that thing. We up. It's only seconds left in the game right now. It's only seconds left. So they inbounded. We locking up on D. Mind you, two of my players, it's pressure. It's not really they type of game, you know. We lock up. They give it to one of their best players. He tries to make a play. He can't. It's a turnover. We take possession. Seconds gone. We win the game. We beat the team that blew us out. That beat us twice. We won that game to advance to the championship game. We only won 2 games this season. We ain't got the best players. We ain't got the best athletes. We advanced to the championship game. Off of belief, off of discipline, resiliency, focus. We got there. Well, I can't tell us nothing, man. Anyway, so now I'm in the championship game, playing another team that beat us with the big guy who came midway through the game. To the second time we played them, we was winning. Then the big guy came and changed everything and ended up winning. So of course I had to have a practice. I'm like, all right, I seen them twice. I know what they gonna do. And so I prepared my team. I gave them a strategy. I was like, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, front the post, close out on the wing because they like them wing shooters, and we just gonna go with that. We playing this game on a big court, right? Because it's at a high school. This is where the high school varsity team play. We play on a big court. So we tip it off. Bam. We go into our set, 2-3. We know 2-3. We be locking up on 2-3. We missing chippies. Like, my son hitting them easy. Like, he breaking down the defense, hitting them right. Like, Jason Key. And my boys, my bigs missing chippies. Like, dang. And so they go quick. It scores like 8-4. You know, they guard getting in the lane. He shifted, you know, shimmying, and he getting teardrops and yada. I'm like, hey. And so we, you know, the quarter's over. They come back. I said, man, if you don't raise your head, man, if you don't lift your head up, we ain't out this game. We in this game. Believe, man. Believe in yourself, man. Hey, stay disciplined, okay? This is what they doing. So I gave them the strategy. I say, this is what they doing. You know, tighten up. When the ball, this is one thing I told them. I say when the ball is closer to the basket, compress. That means you as a team unit, the defense, compress in, okay? Because we want to grab rebounds and we want to get our hands on the ball for turnovers. When the ball is on the perimeter, spread it out, inflate it, okay? And so second quarter come, they own it. Like, we getting boards, you know, getting easy shots. We done made some shots. We done got some layups, you know. They done did their thing. Cool. We back in the game. They still winning though. They still winning. Second half come, they still up, but they ain't up by a lot. They up by like 4. So I rest my big man the second half. I say, hey, take a break. So my other big man come out there he's a kid, don't even play basketball. He does something else. He come out there, he give me some good minutes. He done gave me like an and one with the free throw and a layup. And he pumped. He feeling it, you know. And so by that third quarter, we up. I'm looking like, we up in the third quarter. I think we was up at like 6, you know. My son orchestrating, and my son a little frustrated because his shot not falling, his 3-point shot not falling. But I'm like, man, you already know. Keep playing. So what if your 3-point shot not falling? You just not a 3-point shooter. You a ball player. So fourth quarter come. It's intense. You know, they made a little run. They big man getting boards and one. They little guard. They causing turnovers. They came in the press. We had to try to. I had to call a timeout. I gave us a strategy to break the press, and so we finally figured out a way to break the press because they brought the press on, make shots, you know, and so it got down to the wire. Now let me tell you, my big man played his butt off this game. The games previous to this, they big man did his thing. He was superior to mine. Like, and I told my big man, I was like, hey, remember, them games that happened before, that was in the past. You remembered it. Work on what you need to work on. I'm going to give you a stretch. You come out and you ball out. You use that as fuel to motivate you for this game. And when I tell you it motivated him, that boy balled out. That boy balled out. When I tell you, him as the rebounder, rim protector, the go-to guy in paint, and my son as the ball handler, as the orchestrator on offense, as the shooter, as the one that have to break down the defense. Them two, man, they anchored this team. I tell you, that big man, we worked on free throws yesterday and before the game, and it came down to free throws today. He hit one free throw that put us up, that we needed. He hit one free throw that put us up. And we, when they had the ball on offense, we was locking down. They couldn't get nothing. And what pretty much won the game, like I said, my big man balled out. My son, who didn't make his free throws the last game, who I told you was a very good free throw shooter, came and hit all his free throws. Towards the end of the game, with the final seconds, they put my son at the line, knocked down both his free throws, put us up by 3. Now they got to take it the length of the court for a 3 to tie it up. They get it. I tell my boys, hey, tighten up, come up, you know. Don't give them space. Come up half court. We come up, we put pressure on them. They go and take the shot. He missed, but then the ref blow the whistle and call a foul. Come on now, ref. But, you know, this just goes towards the drama of it all, you know, man. The suspense is part of it, you know. So, anyway, the kid on the opposite team has an opportunity to tie this game. And so I'm like, man, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, man. And I've seen this pressure before. My son played in this league last year, and he was at the line for 3. If he would have made 2, it's tied. He made 3, they up. He made all 3. So the kid, everybody off the line. It's him by himself on the line. I yell out, all we need is 1. As soon as he shot that shot, bang, miss, game over. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at that. We won. That we are champions. We were champions. We only won 2 games. When I was with the coaches in our draft, they was like, you know, kind of looking like, what kind of person is you drafting? Like, what are you doing? And these coaches, they've coached these leagues, you know, previous seasons. They aren't new to this. They understand it very well. And y'all know my stance. I was like, man, this is the reason why I'm doing this. But never did I think that we would win the championship. You know, I just wasn't thinking. I was thinking more of this is an assignment that I can use to just help kids develop their game, because I like helping train. I like seeing the progression of, you know, young players. I like it. And I was like, man, if they can just be better at the end of the season than they were at the beginning of the season, man, I feel like my job was done. And come to find out, my job was done because those kids were better. And we were winners. And we were the champions. It's such a great feeling, man. It's such a great feeling. You too, I'm sorry if I'm long-winded, man. I was just so excited that we won, that my kids experienced that. You know, this is my first year as a coach. It was some of my kids' first year playing. My son, he won a championship before in this league. So he a two-time champion. But it's the fact that I won it with my son. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing. I won this with my son. Like, LeBron and Bronny, even though they ain't win a championship, which I hope they do because I'm a Bron fan. But we won this, coach, son. Man. You too. I'm a champion.